What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with Guni for another transfer news video, and in this one we're going to be discussing our brand new young 19-year-old Italian signing, Cesare Casadei. Yes, I did holler at Louis because you do know that he's got Italian heritage. Well, if you didn't, you know now. And I asked for the pronunciation because I am sick and tired of butchering names. It actually gets on my nerves when I do that, and I imagine it must irk some of you when I do it. But if I do have any Italian subscribers, let me know. Give me some marks out of 10 on the pronunciation of Cesare Casadei. Yes, that is my pronunciation. That's the pronunciation that Louis gave me, and I'm also throwing in some Italian spice in there by saying Cesare Casadei. I'm throwing in the accent there, so give me some good marks out of 10, people. But before we get into the content, make sure you do these 4 things for me. Subscribe. We are less than 60 subscribers away from 13,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate if you were to share this video, like this video, leave your comments down there in the video, and also smash the notification bell, because all those things help towards the YouTube algorithm, which would therefore get the videos pushed. Let's get into today's content. Mr. Cesare Casadei, a signing that we have been chasing pretty much all summer. Neil Bath has been very insistent on signing the player, and for very good reason as well. And I know for some of you, you might be like, well, he hasn't played a single minute in senior football. Well, that doesn't always matter, because all players that play football have to come from the youth system. No different from Messi, no different from Ronaldinho, no different from Frank Lampard, no different from Michael Ballack, no different from Steven Gerrard, no different from John Terry, no different from Ashley Cole. All right, I'm going to stop there. You lot get the point. Goonie, just stop. So, Mr. Cesare Casadei, naturally a number 8, has been playing for the Inter Primavera and has done very well there, actually. He has got 16 goals from that midfield. So those numbers should tell you a bit about him and how he's good at attacking the spaces. And the kid has been compared to Mr. Frank Lampard and Michael Ballack, 2 huge shoes to fill. And why is that? Well, we're going to start off with his frame, his build. Remember, he's 19 years old, he is 6'1", and he is built like an absolute unit. And you can see when he's playing against the other kids just how much bigger and stronger he is. But you get me, football is not about P&P. Yeah, not just about P&P. If you don't know what P&P is, that's power and pace, which it does have, by the way. It is also about the technical abilities of this player and the football mind that he does have. Why is he being compared to Frank Lampard and Michael Ballack? Well, here's the other reason as well. Very good at attacking spaces, those late runs in the box, which is why he's getting so many goals. Also as well, he is very aerially dominant, something that Michael Ballack was brilliant at for Chelsea Football Club. The amount of headers, you know, that he got, the amount of late runs into the box, just the momentum that he used to get, just boom, just put those goals away, man. Michael Ballack was a top player, not just at Chelsea, at Bayern Munich as well, and Bayern Leverkusen. So he was a serious player that we're discussing here. And this is something that we need in our Chelsea midfield, goals from the midfield. Now, speaking on that, is he going to be integrated in the first team straight away? I do not think so. I think he's going to be training a lot with the first team, but he's going to be primarily featuring with the U21s. And I think that's more to do with him just getting adapted to the country, getting to know the system a little bit better, because, you know, the transition from him from Italy to England, he's going to need some, you know, some bedding in time, if you want to call it that. Let's see what Neil Bath has said about this player. Neil Bath is our head of youth development, following on from Chukuwameka. Got that pronunciation right as well. You see, Guni's on a roll today. Following on from Chukuwameka is now Cesare Casadei, and let's see what Mr. Neil Bath has had to say about the player. Head of Youth Development Neil Bath said, Cesare is a player we have tracked for some time, and we are delighted that he has now agreed to join Chelsea, where he will initially strengthen our under-21 squad. He is another exciting emerging talent who we are looking forward to seeing develop and progress further as he breaks into the senior football in the coming years. Neil Bath is of the opinion that, you know, he is here to further develop his game, which is understandable, and he is definitely one for the future. Well, his age definitely reflects that. He is very much a rated player amongst the top players around Europe as well, and this is another fantastic coup for us at Chelsea Football Club, in my opinion. Something that we have massively prided ourselves on in the past, you know, 10 or so years, in terms of the whole famous La Cobham, you get me, aka the Cobham Academy, where we've just been turning out talent after talent after talent after talent, and long may that continue. And it looks like Todd Bowley shares the same vision. Mr. Neil Bath, if you don't know, has been core to that success. So therefore, Todd Bowley has trusted him with the checkbook, as well as the same way he has trusted Thomas Tuchel to select the players that he has wanted. And why not? Look at some of the players that they have identified over there in the youth at Chelsea Football Club. So excellent move there from Todd Bowley. So the fee for Cesare Casadei is 50 million euros plus 5 million euros. I am excited that we are looking to build for the future. I think 1 or 2 gems could be signed further down the line. One I would desperately like to see that Nini FC, big up him, has alluded to as well, is Endrick from Palmeiras. That guy looks like a complete generational talent. If we can get that over the line, we are absolutely cooking in the next couple of years. Our depth is going to be crazy. We're going to have some of the best youngsters in Europe. We already do. So I'm very excited in terms of what we're building here. Is Cesare Casadei the type of midfielder that we need at Chelsea Football Club? Well, if there's one thing that we're not getting enough of from the midfield, certainly is goals. He has been described as a very much all-round player. So defensively, he is very sound. Is that of any surprise to you? The Italians traditionally are known as masters of defending. Now, this guy obviously is a midfielder, but what is so good about his defensive side of the game? Well, he is very good at identifying where the danger is, knows how to cut off the passing lanes. His body is very physically imposing, so he can nudge most players off the ball as well. His timing of the tackles, from what I've seen, is also very good. Another thing that I really do like about this player that I've noticed is that he seems very vocal. He does seem to have some leadership minerals within him, you get me? So this is something that I do like to see. He does look very quick for his sides as well, deceptively fast, I believe, and he does have this supreme confidence about him. So I'm going to be very excited to see him. How will he fit into this team? Are we still going to be playing the the back three in the next couple of years? Who knows? Maybe we might switch it over to the back four. But don't just hear from me. I've got views from actual Serie A viewers, Serie Primavera viewers, who can give you a short description on Cesare Casadei.
How good is this kid, and should Inter keep him?
Look, he was born in Ravenna in Emilia-Romagna. He started playing for Cervia, Serie D side, on the seaside of Emilia-Romagna, as in the youth team before joining Cesena. He signed for their youth team, and then in 2018 he came to Inter, and he really quickly established himself for the Primavera side, the under-19s, whilst only being 16. And he scored 15 goals last season when Inter's Primavera won the Italian championships. And Inter's Primavera these last few years has won pretty much every youth team title available to them. And he's been one of the most important players in that side. He's a central midfielder. He's rather tall. He's 6'1", 186 centimeters. He's a tall guy. He plays centrally. But what he does, for me, I've always thought he reminds me of Frank Lampard in the style that he plays.
Chelsea fans are going to love that.
Yeah, no, but he really does, because these runs from deep. I mean, the ability to time these runs from deep and being clinical in front of goal, that's his strength. And I think that's why Tuchel is so infatuated with him, despite the fact that he's not even played a single game of senior football or first team football. So he's an interesting player. He's been on everyone's radar, and he's 19 years old now, but he's played under 19 football since he was 16, and that's improved him a lot. And he's taken on every stride, taken a stride every, and shown that he's good enough for that challenge.
So there you go, just a little profile on Cesare Casadei from Nima Tavali and his people over there at the Italian Football Podcast. Big up them. I've put their link down there in the description if you would like to give them a follow, so you can get to know a bit more about certain Italian talents, or just Serie A in general. Definitely give the lads a follow. They definitely know what they're talking about as well, you get me? So let's see. Chelsea have made an official statement on Cesare Casadei. Chelsea have completed the signing of Cesare Casadei from Inter Milan after the Italian agreed a 6-year contract with the Blues. The teenage midfielder is considered one of his homeland's brightest prospects after shining at youth level for club and country. being part of the Italian side which reached the semi-finals of the European U19 Championship in the summer. Casedei is known as a complete midfielder combining physicality and strength in the air with great timing in the challenge and excellent technique, as well as an intelligent movement when arriving in the penalty area to score goals. He started his youth career with Servia, I don't know how to pronounce that one, so forgive me Italians if I got that one wrong, before catching the eye as Cesena, again another one, helping their under-15s reach the national playoffs. When Cesena folded in 2018, he moved to Inter and made an instant impact, scoring a 95th minute equaliser in the playoff quarter-finals as they became national under-17 champions in 2018-19, despite still being a schoolboy and only turning 16 that January. By the end of the following campaign, he was a regular for the Neruzzi's under-19s, the highest level of youth football in Italy, and started for the team as they were crowned national champions last season, scoring a crucial equaliser as they beat Roma in the playoff final. In total, he scored 16 goals in 38 appearances in the top-tier Primavera division and UEFA Youth League in 2021 and 2022 season. Casadei also frequently trained with Inter's senior side last season, being named among the substitutes by manager Simone Inzaghi for the first time when they played Sassuolo in Serie A in February. So I'm not going to make this one a very long video. I'm just excited to know that yet again we have signed one of the top prospects in Europe, one of the top youth prospects in Europe. We've already signed Chukuwameka, and now we have signed Cesare Casadei from Inter Milan. Welcome to the club. Obviously this is one for the future, and you know, from what I'm hearing, he's got a lot of talent and possibly a very, very bright future over here at Chelsea Football Club. But people, thank you very much for joining in. Make sure before you leave, you do smash that subscribe button. Leave your thoughts down there in the comments and smash that like button. I would absolutely love it if we were to get to 13k subscribers today. So please, people, help us make that one happen. And as always, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure you stay safe. Bless up, people.